Welcome to Montenegro, here from the main square of Montenegro. I call for Montenegro to be fast-tracked into the European Union 2024, and it's entirely possible. For this, of course, we need now a leader, a president who is ready to make the reforms and who's capable to bring the nation together, and he has shown that also by achieving NATO membership, Euro introduction, and also the recognition of Kosovo and the support of Ukraine for major tests of strength and of courage and of Western values. And this is President Djukanovic. He has achieved that. He has achieved the recognition of Kosovo, and it was very difficult in October 2008 when they recognized here Macedonia and Montenegro, neighboring Kosovo. That was courage. There was big protests. He has achieved obviously as well the Euro introduction in 2002. That needed a lot of courage to move to the mark, to move away from the dinar, to do the Euro. Wonderful, big success. Now Montenegro is so successful in attracting foreign investment. And of course, then the NATO membership 2017. What a major success. And against the odds. And also against major parts of the public opinion here. He did it. It was very important. And he has always been a firm ally of the West, even in the most difficult times. He was breaking with Milosevic in 1997. He was then not participating in the Kosovo war. And true, there was a lot of things that were wrong in his vita as well. We all know, and everybody who cares knows. And of course, there must be a cleanup time, and there will be a cleanup time as well. Also for everything historically, what happened in the 90s. And of course, Montenegro was fully involved in the Croatian war, partly in the Bosnian war. But at least, they have moved away from that. And also there's a major effort to repent the sins of the past involvement in this tragic period from 91 to 97. And also when it comes to all these other involvements from the organized criminality. Of course, there might have been this part or that part. I'm not an investigative journalist, that's what many say. And, there must be justice. But first, there must be Western integration and integration of Montenegro in the European Union. And then there will be as well the due process in all the ways. There's no doubt about that one. And we will evaluate everything inside the European Union. But now, for this moment, that's my answer to Mrs. Pak as well. It's very important to have a clear and good pro-Western leadership, because the alternatives have many issues as well. And my policy line, when I compare it to the appeasement line of all Mr. Cholet and Lajčák, who are supporting Vučić of all places, in the same calculus, of stability. Yeah? I say I support Djukanovic, and I feel totally vindicated and justified to do that. And I think it's absolutely the better choice and the better policy, because we should work against Vučić, yeah? Because he's not delivering. Djukanovic delivers. We should work against Vučić because he's not preparing the public for a turn to the West. Djukanovic is doing that here. And he has really turned to the West, delivered NATO membership. He has delivered the Euro. He has delivered Kosovo recognition. Yeah? This is the better country here. This is our ally. And it's led by Djukanovic. Yeah? And, many of the Balkan politicians have a problematic reality and a very problematic past. So from all of them, Mr. Djukanovic is, for me, by far the most convincing statesman of a pro-Western inclination, who has shown that he can and he is ready to do it, and he will do again. He will deliver the necessary reforms, and all the alternatives the West has on some of the diplomats here have somehow produced, like Mr. Triton Abazovic and so on, have not been convincing, and the other parties. Countries are as they are. Of course, they can be improved, they must be improved, and all countries will be improved by European Union and NATO membership, OECD membership, the Euro, and attached reforms and requirements and transformations. But we have to also accept that there is a core of voters who really are very much pro-Montenegrin, and that's very good so. And they vote for him, and he has this trust of the population also because they probably know that he has delivered. And I really rarely endorse any social democrats or socialists. So Don't get me wrong, I didn't change sides or something. I just see the criteria: Ukraine, Kosovo, the Euro, NATO, and of course then the clear direction towards the European Union. So therefore I'm convinced, and I hope that the international community will support, and the people of Montenegro obviously, and then to lead this country into the European Union, and not in 2029 as he has promised, but let's do things much faster. Let's have him elected. Let's go into the EU in 2024. Let's organize elections, and there will be a cleanup process inside the European Union, as we have seen it in all the countries, and all of them, many of them, even Austria needs such a cleanup process. We need a European FBI, European courts, European prosecutor with powers significant to tackle political corruption, organized criminality. This is all true from Malta to Slovakia to Montenegro and to Austria, and it must be done. First of all, we must to clean ourselves from the Russian infiltration and influence buying, and that's absolutely necessary. Good. Thanks a lot for that here from Montenegro, and more to come from Pax Europiana here in Montenegro in the coming days. Bye.